Okay, we want to quickly talk about tangents and diameters. Okay, now to talk about tangents and diameters, of course, you have to talk about circles because all these are all about circles. Okay, now please, my diagram not drawn to scale. Okay, if we have this as a circle, okay, and this as the center, of course, this is going to be the radius, and then this is going to be the diameter. So diameter is 2 times of the radius. Okay, now any line that you draw that touches the circle without cutting it, any line that you draw that touches the circle without cutting it, touches it at just a point, it doesn't cut it, it just touches it, that is called a tangent. So look at this line. The tangent touches this circle at this point, right? Okay, now as it touches the circle at the point, you can see just one point, it doesn't cut it. So this is called the tangent to this circle. So the tangent to this circle is this line. You can have other tangent, you can have another like this. So it is touching it at this point. Okay, so that's the tangent. Now, when you have the radius meeting the tangent at that point, it forms angle 90 on both sides. So the radius and the tangent are perpendicular. That means they meet at 90 degrees. Okay, so this is the radius, this is the tangent, they meet at 90 degrees. Now this is another tangent. If we draw this radius, of course, you know, from the center of the circle to the circumference is the radius. Now, meeting the tangent, this is going to be 90, and this is going to be 90 degrees. You get that? Okay, so that's that. The next thing that you should know, please, the next thing you should know, if you have a circle, and you have the diameter, which of course diameter divides the circle into 2 halves. 2 equal parts. The diameter divides the circle into 2 equal parts. Okay, now when you have the diameter, if you have an angle subtended, that's if the diameter forms an angle. Remember, how do you know that diameter forms an angle? Here, this is the diameter, then from there it forms an angle at the circumference. That angle is, it will form something like a triangle. That triangle is a right angle triangle. So the angle they form is 90. Can you see that? Now, look at this diameter again. This same diameter forms another angle here. Can you see? This comes, they form at the circumference, that is 90 degrees. So always remember that a diameter forms angle 90 at the parts at the circumference. The diameter forms angle 90 at the circumference. Please, if you have something like this, you cannot say this is 90. No, this is not 90 because it is not formed at the circumference. But this is 90 because it is formed at the circumference. And if you have something like this, you cannot say this is 90 because it is not the whole diameter that forms it. It's just part of the diameter. So remember, the whole diameter must form angle at circumference before you can say it is angle 90. That's the second part. The next part is to see if we have a circle and you have a tangent and another tangent. Please pardon my diagram, please. Okay, now this is a tangent, this is another tangent, and at this point, this is the center of the circle. Now if we connect the radius to this tangent and connect the radius to this tangent, we have a quadrilateral. We have what? A quadrilateral. A quadrilateral is a 4-sided shape. Okay, now remember that the radius and the tangent meet at angle 90. The radius and the tangent meet at angle 90. It simply tells you for a quadrilateral, if this is 90 and this is 90, that's 180, right? What is remaining is 180 because the sum of angles in a quadrilateral is 360. So it simply means that this and this will become 180. A plus B. A plus B equals to what? 180 degrees. So this plus this is always equal to 180. So if you are giving this as 40, of course this will be 140. If you are giving this as 80, this will be 100. So that is this. In fact, the kind of shape formed by this is always a kite. Always a kite. This side, this angle and this angle are equal, then this and this add up to 180 degrees. The next now, in our next video, we shall be going to some of the examples that have to do with tangents and diameters.